guy that can knock down a mid-range jump shot.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. The Monsters checked in for Cauley-Stein. Caspi comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Darren Collison. Here's Temple. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. Temple's got the lead up to 3 now for the Kings. This Dennis Schroeder, in a lot of ways, like a Greg Anthony, very quick, very smart on the floor, but he's a young player, and he says, Clark, that he watched a lot of tape of Tony Parker to see how he got to the basket.
Yeah, and that's a great blueprint, especially when you consider the Hawks run a very similar system to the Spurs.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's Temple. He's guarded by Schroeder. Passes it to the Monster. From deep, Gay. Millsap grabs the miss. Millsap's got his 4th rebound in this one. Now Schroeder. 9 points in the game so far. Millsap a screen on Gay. For the lead, Cephalosha misses. The Kings have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Feeds it to Temple. There's the pass to Afflalo. Good ball movement here by the Kings. There's a good screen. Gay with it, and it's Howard picking him up. Caspi with the bucket. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Dishes to Cephalosha. Millsap inside. It's tipped. Here's Temple. He dishes it to Caspi. To the inside. Gay.
Oh! And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
Almost a backboard breaker.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Millsap dishes to Howard. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And guys, Dwight Howard's an interesting guy, one of the most physically imposing players in our league, and yet he's known for his lighthearted, almost playful nature.
And the free throw good from Howard. And for Howard, his parents raised him to keep a smile on his face and stay upbeat and remain positive. He's done all those things and still competed in the rough and tumble world of pro basketball.
Yeah, and yet some of his peers and contemporaries have gone at him. Durant, for instance, Kobe Bryant called him soft. Byron Scott questioned his desire. Guys go about their work in different manners.
Here is Caspi, splitter covering. The dish to Temple. And he's good on the 3-ball. Temple's got 5 now.
You know, with all the shots they've knocked down here in the second half, their field goal percentage has crossed the 50% mark.
Yeah, and any team will take that excellent in terms of their efficiency.
Here's Bazemore, covered by Barnes. Count that one, and the Kings' lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket from Bazemore. For Sacramento, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Here's Temple, defended by Jack. Temple, the pass to Caspi. He feeds it to Temple. 6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Jack.
And with the time left, they still can go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to do it fast. They must hurry from here.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Gay can't hit.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Kicks to Bazemore. The feed to Howard. Screen by Howard. Down low. Here's Splitter. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Splitter's got the game tied up here for the Hawks.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
It's all tied in Sacramento. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter, and if it's anything like the first three, we should be in for a treat. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Kent Bazemore is out there with Scott. Then it's Jarrett Jack. Then it's Splitter, and it's Hardaway in at the 2 spot. The Kings shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Collison kicks to Cousins. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Cousins has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Sacramento. The Hawks shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Here's Bazemore. He's covered by Gay. They set the pick. Hardaway dishes to Scott. They get the rebound. And the rejection by Cousins. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Jack against Collison. Can't get it to go. And Atlanta will come the other way. The pull-up. Here's Hardaway. Sacramento grabs the miss. And here's Collison. Gay outside. He kicks it to Cauley-Stein. Follow the pass to Gay. Shot clock at 6. And Splitter pulls it down.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And Jack, here we go. And the rejection by Cousins. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Paul Millsap's checked in for Splitter. Cephalosha comes in for Kent Bazemore. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Jarrett Jack. Cousins against Scott to the middle. Here's Cephalosha. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
This is when the defenders really have to protect the basket. You need to be in sync as a unit defensively.
Cauley-Stein with the screen for Collison. Off the pick, and Cousins throws it down.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
Outside Collison. Pass to Cousins. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And Dennis Schroeder out of Germany, his teammates give him a hard time about putting mayonnaise on everything. He eats a turkey burger with mayo before every game. And let me tell you, no need to change because he's settling in just fine.
2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And Schroeder, who's out of Germany, a pretty wealthy country, but he had a pretty hard scrabble upbringing.
Yeah, you know, he had some brushes with authority early on in his life. He's still relatively young, so in the past, I think he's in a really ideal situation in Atlanta right now, though.
And so he makes both from the line.
Cousins playing well. 12 points, and what a tear he's been, rejecting shot after shot.
Clark, he has owned the paint.
Korver kicks it over to Schroeder. Back to Korver. Lets it go from 11. Afflalo pulls it in.
That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
Collison up top. He's guarded by Schroeder. Here's Cousins, and it's blocked by Scott. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Atlanta making a switch here. Howard's checked in. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Cousins. Good on the 7-footer. Cousins has got 10 points in just the second half. The Hawks trail by 3. Now here's Schroeder. Screened by Howard. And it's Korver in the corner. Schroeder kicks to Millsap. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Korver. From deep. Cephalosha misses.
There are going to be times, I think, when it's okay to take a shot like that, but not on that possession.
Well, when would the times be, partner? Well, I'll get back to you later. The only excuse for a shot like that is if you're trying to beat the buzzer. That's the only time you can justify it.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Sacramento.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
You know, adding on to that, we can't fail to mention all the steals they've piled up, too. I mean, that's making a big difference. They've really gotten into them defensively.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike Budenholzer was discussing with his guys. He told them it's time to fight and take the lead. Let's put ourselves in position to bring it home. Guys, we'll see if they've got what it takes to get it done.
Millsap a screen. Schroeder passes to Korver. To the left wing. Passes to Schroeder. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From the arc. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection.
1:15 left in the fourth quarter. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Here's Schroeder. Inside, it's tipped and stolen by Cauley Stein. Here's a follow. The shot's good. Collison making the play. And it's an 8-point Sacramento lead.
And doing a great job here just stringing together solid possessions as they build that lead up.
I tell you, there's no substitute for consistency, Greg. You know that, I know it. You can stay in control of the game. They'll stay in control of it if they simply stay good with their execution of the game plan and don't waste any possession.
Kick out to Afflalo. Plenty of space. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
Millsap inside. He's covered by Gay. And that one's good. Millsap.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
So it's Sacramento. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Collison with it. So the Kings win it. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, Clark, made the difference.
Well, you know, at this stage...
Well, DeMarcus, congratulations on the win tonight. We know you're a very intense player, but tonight you certainly seem to be having a lot of fun out there.
That's the thing. I'm just trying to come out here and have fun. I got a lot going for myself, and I'm too blessed to be out here frowning all the time. I'm going to try to keep a smile on my face.
We love to see you smile, DeMarcus. Thanks for the time. Guys?
Torres, thank you as always.